Yeah, we build our nation together. I say come, yeah, we build our nation together. Yeah, we build our nation together.
Come, I say come. Let we build a nation together. I say come, my brothers and sisters, sons and daughters of this beautiful place we call home, the state of Grenada, which includes Carriacou and Petite Martinique. Come, let's build Grenada together. Let's build this place. Let's transform this place. Let's improve this place together. I want to welcome you to the Dynamic Hour. Again, another opportunity that you and I have to talk. This platform is for real dialogue. This platform is for meaningful engagement. I want to encourage those on Facebook and YouTube, please share the live. Sharing is caring. I want to start off by saying, do not be fooled by people who will go after the government and say all manner of dirty things, and then because they have a personal need or they want to be important or relevant, and for some strange reason they're able to connect with a minister of government, and the government is now assisting in some way or the other, then that person comes back and try to praise the government or praise that minister of government. That same person will down the road be criticizing that same minister and the same government. But not only that, if you listen carefully to certain people, there is a very clear intention to make our beloved Prime Minister look bad. And the way that they are doing it is to say, well, I spoke to this minister, and this minister is assisting, and I want to thank him, I want to praise him. But here it is. The individual knows that our beloved Prime Minister is in Grenada, and he is the Prime Minister. He's not acting, meaning the minister that individual referred to is not acting Prime Minister. No. So this woman is very dangerous when she says on a program she wants to applaud and thank the acting Prime Minister of Grenada. She's sending double message. She's saying that our beloved Prime Minister is outside of Grenada. But he's not. You see? So the Honorable Andy Williams, my very good friend, he is the Minister of MIT, Mobilization, Implementation, Transformation. When our beloved Prime Minister is outside of Grenada, out of state, then he acts as prime minister. Well, many a times he would be acting as prime minister. But for this woman to constantly be going on a program, and mind you, she would say all nasty things about our beloved prime minister. She would attack him left, right, and center. And she knows what she's doing. She's nasty to the core, in my belief. But nevertheless, so she goes on a program and start off by saying she wants to thank the acting prime minister, Honorable Andy Williams. In fact, she said the most honorable Andy Williams. She listens to this program. Don't fool yourself. She listens every single day. But here it is. What she's trying to do is to create in the minds of people quite a number of things. Don't fool yourself. She's a sword. She cuts on both sides. And even in the end, the tip, she will cut too. I say this so you can understand. And the host will not correct her because he's not knowledgeable. The Honorable Andy Williams is not acting prime minister at this point in time. No, our beloved prime minister is on island. You see? So she's tactical. She knows what she's doing. So anytime it's personal, then she would come out and praise him, right? Because somebody called her and, they need why she can't take money out of what she boasts and brag she has and help the family. She wouldn't do that. She wants taxpayers' money to do it. But I am simply saying, folks, be warned. Don't believe that this woman is genuine. Don't believe that she's sincere about anything. No, she's not. She's dangerous. Very, very dangerous. She knows that our beloved prime minister is on island. She knows that he's here. But still, that's twice or three times she continues to say, acting prime minister, to send a message to give people the idea that he's not here. Dangerous. Very, very dangerous. Nevertheless, let's move on. I thought I should start off with that because I know that Sod is listening to the program. She's very, very dangerous. Right? She boasts. She doesn't believe in God. She also very covetous, in my belief. She grabby. That's who she is. But at the end of the day, I think people don't really bother too much with her. They see her as a non-entity, useless. But I thought I should clear that up because the host is not doing it on that particular program. Not doing it at all. You need to understand that there are people listening and you need to educate them. Don't let these things just fly by. Don't let it just fly by. You have to correct them. So my good friend, Honorable Andy Williams, he continues to do a fantastic job. And that's him from day one. Right? So from time to time, people would call and applaud, and that's great. But I am saying there are those who will call on different programs and they are not genuine. They are not sincere at all. All you need to do is to go on another program, an NNP program, hosted by a certain individual, and you would hear the same person and what she has to say about the government and what she has to say about our beloved prime minister. That's all you need to do. For me, I am in the business of talk radio. So I listen to all programs. And if I don't listen to it live, I go back because it's uploaded. It's uploaded on the internet. I know where to find it. I would go back and I would listen to all of them. And I have about, quite a number of pages that I can use, names that I can use to enter and listen or record or to download or so. That's what it is. So all you need to do is to go back and listen to some of these programs. Let's move on. Folks, the debate regarding the age at which a child or a young person, a student, can remain in school to get education is being debated. But what is very clear, you have a progressive set of people and you have a regressive set of people. You have a forward-thinking people and you have a set of people who are still thinking in 10 times. The NNP is stuck in the past. They have no vision. The NNP lacks vision. They are not able to articulate anything futuristic, anything forward. They're stuck in a silo. They're stuck in a room with no exit, no upward mobility. There's no upstairs. They can't move from where they are. Everything they have to criticize. Everything. So the NDC is saying a child enters primary school at, well, between 4 and 5. There are some children who would enter based on their birth date or month, right? The month that they are born, they would enter going into 5 or almost 5. All right? They would spend about, 7 years there. It would take them up to 11, 12. They would do the CPEA exam, the exit exam, the continuous assessment will be done, and then they would exit and go on to secondary school. The NNP has a problem with the fact that every child is getting an opportunity to go on to secondary school. Remember, they had serious objections to that. They believe that you need to keep these children and them back who fail the exam, and then they just go out of primary school and not go into a secondary school. So they would not have a secondary school education. The NNP is opposed to the policy of government of universal education, giving a child the opportunity to a secondary education. There are students who will not perform well at a primary school level, but once given the opportunity at a secondary school, they start to bloom and blossom. It could be the environment, it could be the teacher, it could be the material being used, it could be the parents, putting in extra, but for whatever reason, they start picking up at secondary school. And when the exams come, CXC and so on, they perform well. So the NDC is all about universal education, giving a child that opportunity to go through primary school, go through secondary school, and to enter college or a tertiary level institution, college, NULO or so. So the NNP, they were against that. Put that on record. They were against sending the students who didn't do so well in the CPEA exam to leave them at the primary school level. And then over time, they just exit and not go on to secondary school. The NDC say, no, we're not going to do that. All of them going on. NNP was against that, remember. Then now, so we reach primary, 5 years, another 7 years, you go on to, so that's 11, 12, you do CPEA exam, then you exit, you go into secondary school, and you spend another 5 years, right? That would take you up to about 16, 17 years, somewhere thereabout, right? If you leave secondary school at 16 or 17 and you go to work, you will be a minor, more or less. You can't drive, cannot vote, you cannot do pretty everything. The employer, if they're good, they would pay you right and treat you fair. But generally speaking, they would exploit you because they consider you young and they see you as a trainee. It's what it is, right? So what the government is saying, if that child could be given that extra opportunity, so you can leave secondary school, go on to TAMCC. Nothing wrong with that. Because the law is not saying you need to be kept at secondary school. The law is saying education. You need to continue your education all the way up to 18. Mandatorily. So it's mandatory, it's compulsory. You have to do that. That is what the law is simply saying. So there are young people, students, who will move from secondary school and go on to TAMCC and NULO. But there are those who will not get entry into TAMCC and NULO. They should not leave secondary school and do nothing, go home or so. They should go on to another institution of learning. And the government made it very clear. They are working with accredited institutions to provide opportunities for our people. There are schools, so they can leave from this secondary school and go to another secondary school that affords training in, let's say, sewing, carpentry, masonry. If you want to be a joiner, a chef, a musician, and that will be provided. An artist or a musician, opportunities will be provided. That is what the government is saying, because TAMCC cannot take in everybody. NULO cannot take in everybody. You have a good 400-500 young people who are coming out of the secondary school and going straight home and have nothing to do, or going and look for some work. And many a times they're exploited. All right? They're taken advantage of. So what the government is simply saying, and this is not new. Nearly all the countries around the world, they're encouraging and putting laws in place so that the young people can go on to 18, being educated, staying in the education system up to 18. In fact, only yesterday I saw a video of an 83-year-old who graduated finally. She went to Harvard and graduated with her doctorate. Remarkable. So why the NNP is opposed to young people remaining in the education system? In fact, we should be encouraging our young people not to stop at a college level, but to go on to university. And their chances of going on to university is even greater with the fact that they can stay on for an extra year or two. Because if they didn't perform well academically, they can take that opportunity and do so. That's not new. There are students who go back for second year to do 2 or 3 subjects. It's the reality, and then the chances of getting into college is greater. The chances of getting into a university is greater. It's common sense. But the NNP is opposed to that. But all you need to do, you see, the NNP seem to be operating vike. They don't have strategists. They don't have people who are guiding them. They don't. Because, yeah, if they follow keenly the feedback from people. So, for example, Keith Mitchell, there was an article in the Now Grenada, right? There's an article in Now Grenada. And, with Keith Mitchell, the opposition and what his position is. And boy, the leaks they got under that article, if they are following the trend and the feeling of the Grenadian people, they will know that the position that they are taking is a bad one. They will know that the position that they are taking will never help them. Never. It's amazing. The opposition, no genuine reason given for increasing compulsory school aid, right? NNP. But like this man is losing his, I wouldn't use the word nuts, right? What reason is needed when it comes to a child attaining education? And you can go on. Once a student finishes secondary school at 16, they would move on to TAMCC or NULO for 2 years, as most students already do, right? In Parliament, the PM said it would mean extending NULO, most students to get opportunities to, when they leave school and so on, to get a skill. And right, then you have somebody say they hit the nail on the head, Jack. Every time I see Keith face, I wish, but control was reactivated, right? No, sorry, retroactive. Is that necessary? Dr. Keith Stoops. One lie down, no, Keith Stoops, who you used to give reasons to Grenadians, never got no transparency from you. Leave the, and I wouldn't use the word, government alone. KCM reasoning bank is bankrupt. So check yourself in dustbin of history. Your legacy lies right there. But wait, is Keith for real? This makes you wonder, and that's people I'm talking about, people's comment. This makes you wonder why this guy wants anything good for our country. The reason is simple: to allow students to get skills necessary for life so that they can help themselves and their families. Lord have mercy. Well, where the man was, he gets another story to talk about again. Lord have mercy on these people. They will be too smart for you to bribe them with cake and ice cream. Why make this an issue? Focus on the benefits it would bring to our youths. You're too negative because it's not your idea. I'm in full support of this. We are heading in the right direction. What reason is needed? It's a case where a youth can have a better opportunity at education. And that's people, folks. I'm not calling the names of people who posted, but boy, I tell you, some people will push back just for the sake of pushing back. No clear reason behind your opposition. The reason will benefit the children. Amen, Deacon. Great job. For someone who say they cares, right? This should be an easy project to say yes to. But here's what he doesn't like. Because these youths wouldn't be 100% dependable on government, because now holding a skill would be a plus for them, and it would mean they're ready for work. I don't understand why Keith would make this an issue. It's always better to prolong your education for both individual and national benefits. Let the children take their time to grow. I thought this was obvious, understood. Is there a need to explain? That's another person. Keith, Mr. Prime Minister, owe you nothing. Leave the man alone and let him do his job. As far as I know, the cutoff is December for children to attend school at the age of 3. If you are born about that time frame, you have to wait another year before attending a public school. Thankfully, there are private schools that are accommodating. So basically, if you do the calculation, most kids fall in the age of 17 years from, Anyways, Keith Mitchell, your time has passed. Old man vision is to the past. Grenada is much better, in a much better place since you're no longer in office. Bonje, the opposition can quack na. Grenadians, I love all you boy. NASA. Oh my God, this man again. What reason he want? What do this confuse man? It's a good move, Deacon Mitchell. Like really, man? Why not? All right. They will be smart for you to come election. Right. So let me take that. They will be smart come election. Look at this spoiled breadfruit, KCM. Who is Keith Mitchell again? I can't even remember that person. Don't go there. All right. And and I just read some of this thing. The only person that defending this Keith Mitchell, this article there, is Lorena Waldron, you know. Poor Lorena. Only Lorena, poor Lorena Waldron. All what Lorena Waldron needs to do is to just reflect on what the same individual did to her during her time in government. That's all. All she needs to do is to just reflect on that. But folks, I just read some of these comments. It's about 77 comments, and only one or two that's for the government. Not the government, sorry, the opposition. For only one or two is for Keith Mitchell and the NNP. All the rest, they are against Keith Mitchell and the NNP. But it seems as though they're not following the trend. They're not following what people are saying and how people are thinking. They're lost. It is sad, you know. But I have to say it. People thought that the NNP was so organized and they on track and they know what they're about. They don't. Right now, they're like fish out of water. When something is posted on government and so on, I will go and read the comments, take time and read the comments and follow the trend and look at who commenting and so on, you know. I'm telling you, when things are posted and when there are programs and so on, I follow it. I listen to, for example, those NNP programs consistently. So the same people call over and over on those programs to complain. The same people, and they're all NNP supporters. The same people. I listen to nearly all those programs, people. And I can tell you, the majority of people, they're happy in the country. They're not bothered about all the nonsense coming from the NNP. The same cadre of callers calling the Plead Your Cause program, calling the Hard Talk program, or what's the program now? It's Talking Point. Calling that program up there in the north on Andre, right? Calling WFM, calling same, all of them. Same cadre of callers. Nothing new. Nothing new. I can call their names. I can tell you where they're calling from. And they would call twice and three times on that program, on those programs, saying the same thing over and over and over the whole year. When you go down on the ground and you speak to people, they are happy with what is happening in the country. They are extremely happy because they see that the government is trying their best to transform this country. But let me tell you this. I know why those NNP supporters are angry with the fact that the government is passing this law to make our young people remain in the education system up to 17 or 18. I know why. Because the majority of supporters of the NNP, they are poor and illiterate. The majority of supporters of the NNP, they are poor and they are illiterate. The majority. And the NNP made them poor, in my belief, and kept them illiterate and vulnerable. And as a result, there is this mindset among these people that their child or children have to mind them. So earlier they leave school, even if they did not get the kind of qualification at primary, secondary, or tertiary. They want them to leave school early to go and work, to mind them, to pay the bills, to take care of them, because they mess up, the parents mess up, and stuck in poverty and hardship And as a result, they want them to remain poor, to remain stuck. That is exactly what is the crux of this thing here, Some people are afraid to say it, but you know me, I am not afraid to say it. The reason why the NNP is opposed to these young people staying in the education system, educating themselves, improving themselves up to 18 and beyond, is because they have this mindset that they indoctrinate these people with, that the children have to come and mind them. So faster they come out of school is better for them. So they will send them in some Indian store or some Syrian store. Well, now, thanks to the government, they're getting $1,200. They used to get $700 and $600, right? They're going to send them on some construction site. They're going to send them in some kind of work, and they're going to exploit them, take advantage many a times. But they have to take that money and pay the bills for them, mind them, and that kind of stuff. That is exactly why they're opposed to this. Any reasonable thinking person will conclude that's a good move. Some people are afraid to say it, but I am not afraid to say it. I am Kendon Jones, and I fear no one except God Almighty. You hear me? I'm saying to you again, the reason why they're opposed, the NNP and their supporters are opposed to this, is because they have been indoctrinated. They have been cultured to believe that a child have to mind them. And faster the child or children exit school, even if they get or they ain't get, they're glad. They have no problem with that. And they're forcing them to go and work, at 16 and 17, to mind them, to take care of them. Don't fool yourself. That is exactly the problem here. Put that in your pipe and pipe it this morning. That is the reason why they vex and they oppose, and they're talking about consultation. NNP knows about that word. NNP don't know about consultation. Every time I hear them open their mouth, I wanted to say labas, open their mouth and talk about consultation. Just wish something, just come and just shut it up. Yeah. Because NNP knows nothing about consultation. So why all of a sudden you want NDC to consult on every single thing? Yeah. So why people elected them? Or they're young. Huh? They're young, so everything they have to consult. Consult who? Huh? Consult who? You pass the law. Pass the law. We're going to consult. We're going to engage when it comes to implementation and policy and putting things together. Right? How it will be done. About consultation. What's wrong with Emlyn? Emlyn, you talking about consultation? You should be the last to talk about consultation. You, Emlyn Pay. And Peter David and Keith Mitchell. Keith, you, consultation. And then you have one or two of them senators. When NNP was in power, they do any damn thing they want at any given time. And nobody couldn't say anything. In fact, I cannot recall when they ever had any consultation on any bill or anything of that sort under the NNP. You crazy? They had all 15 seats. If you talk too hard, you're getting a lawyer letter, some pre-action letter. But you see, some people have a shallow memory, or they conveniently go into the state of Alzheimer's or dementia. I am saying to you, the reason why the NNP so against the move by government to keep these young people in the education system, not keeping them in secondary school. Some of those NNP pundits and surrogates, when you listen to them, they damn dunce, They dunce, or they plain dunce, or they plain stupid. I'm telling you, those pundits and surrogates of the NNP, They song dons, they song, unless they're playing dumb and stupid. I just don't understand. You hear them speaking as though the government is saying these students will remain in a secondary school. No, no. There are students who will go on to TAM-CC, but TAM-CC cannot accommodate all the students exiting secondary school. NULO cannot accommodate all the students exiting secondary school. In fact, there are adults, big people, who are going back to NULO and going back to TAM-CC because of government's free tuition policy. They get an opportunity now to go back to college. Yesterday, I was speaking to my good friend. She left Grenada in 1985. And she know who she is. Very, very nice lady. So she's back here for 3 days or so. And she had to make a courtesy call as usual. Check on your boy. And she said to me she left here in 1985, 39 years ago. She went to the United States. And she had to go back to school. She had to go back to school to get higher education. Mind you, she completed secondary school here. Yeah. And a good secondary school too. She completed Anglican high school. She went back and she get her degree. And she was able to earn more, far more. Now she's comfortable. Her daughter, right? She encouraged her daughter to pursue higher education also. Now her daughter is pursuing a doctorate. And you see the positive spin-off. The positive spin-off here is that Zoe, huh? You wanna come and say hi? Come and say hi, Zoe. Yeah, come and say hi, Zoe. Come. Yeah, so Zoe is at the door. Watch how you walk in there. All right. Yeah, Zoe reminds me of Zeli. She used to always want to come in the studio and say hi. Stand up. Stand up. Where's Zeli? Where's Zeli? Zeli gone. Zeli gone to school, not so? She gone to school. All right. Nice. So say hi. Say hi. Say hi to the people. All right. Say hi. Say good morning.
Good morning.
Right. Nice. So Zoe is saying good morning. All right. Nice. She's better now. All right. You eating now, not so? And you eating? Eating, drinking, bubbly. Good vibes. All right. Zoe, so tell them bye. You want to go to the mic? Come. All right. Nice. Go bye, grandma. All right. Nice. Take your time. All right. No. All right, go on. Yeah, go ahead. Nice. All right. So, you what you doing? Close the door. All right. All right. Good. Close the door. Bye-bye. Nice. So that's a little Zoe there. She's upbeat, good vibes. It's good to have a father who knows first aid and EMT and so on. That's always a very good thing. Added vibes there. And thanks to the doctors who have been very, very good to me. All right. I'm blessed. I declare it. I am blessed. All right. So I am saying that is the added benefit. The added benefit is that if you go through the education system and you attain higher education, there's a greater probability that you would encourage your children to pursue higher education so that they will become something too. And you know what she said to me? She said she tail out to make sure that her daughter gets her doctorate. And then she could just cock up her feet and relax. You understand the point? That's important, So what the government is seeking to do is to better the chances of your children in getting a decent job and a decent pay. Some people cannot understand the plan. They just can't see the vision. with these different laws and policies. You had universal education, NDC, free textbook program, right? Then you had universal education, removing all these barriers and all this stuff for people to access, students to access school, all right? Then you had the free hot meal program, the free tuition program. Most schools are being refurbished. Most schools are being built with technical and vocational amenities or accommodation, right? Training for teachers who are in the TVET area. Quite a bit is happening there. Expansion of NULO, more investment in NULO, more investment in TAMCC. Some people cannot understand the bigger picture. The bigger picture, that's what's important. The bigger picture. So the NDC is on the right track. But again, I say the reason why the NNP is upset is because what has happened over the many years, they make their supporters poor and they make their supporters illiterate, in my belief. A lot of those NNP supporters are illiterate. They cannot read, they cannot write, they cannot reason. And a lot of them, they are poor and vulnerable. All you need to do is to look at the condition of their homes. Look at the rate of unemployment in the household. Right? The children not going to school every day. Just look. They cannot prepare a proper meal. Rice and bakanek, and they're lucky to get some jacks and rice. That's what it is. They wake up in the morning, nothing. Just idle. Waiting for the poor relief assistance, $300 every month. That's how they train these people. And a whole pile of children. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 children. I met one yesterday. Yeah? A whole pile of children. And they expect the state to take care of them. That's what they expect taxpayers' money to mind them and take care of them. The minute time you start to make 3 and 4 children and you don't have the resources, as a woman in particular, you're stuck. You're stuck. The man might move on and fulfill his dreams and so on. But the woman is stuck. And that's a fact. Stuck right there. Some people don't want to tell you that. Stuck. Everything now go on the back burner. Your education, everything. They don't want to tell you that. But anyways, I want to say the NDC is on the right path. And don't worry them NNP and them. The reason why they vex is because there is this mindset. They believe that the children should come and mind them. Yes, mind them. That is what they believe. A lot of them. 16, 17 years. They want the children to go and walk to mind them. And they sit down with a lazy self, doing nothing many a times. Only making a whole pile of children. And they want them to go and mind them. But you have to understand, we're in 2024. Children are smarter now, They know that they don't have to mind you. Don't think they know that. They know they don't have to mind you. Of course, they have to look for you and make sure that you're okay. But they don't have to mind you. It is your responsibility to take care of them and give them a proper education. The other way around. The other way around. It is your responsibility to make sure that your children get a proper education. And it is your responsibility to put in place a foundation for your children. Generational wealth. It is your responsibility, not theirs. It is their responsibility to make sure that their children is taken care of and that they provide a proper education for them and that a proper foundation is laid. That is how it's supposed to be, not the other way around. You make them and you want to run them out of school quick to come and mind you. And every Monday morning you're making, right? You ain't using condom, you ain't using nothing, you're just taking it. And children upon children. You know nothing about contraceptive and so on. Yeah. Think about it. When I speak on this program, it's to educate you. Wise up yourself. So the NNP, they angry, they upset because you want your children to come and mine all you. And you just there and you're only taking and making. Yeah, that's what you want. Let them children go on in the education system and educate themselves so they have a better chance in life to make a good foundation, to build a good foundation for their children and children. Anyways, St. Patrick East and West, their cruise is on Saturday. Tomorrow, anybody are going in that cruise. Are going in the cruise. Are going on that cruise. St. Patrick East and West. We go shake a leg. We go wind up. You hear me? That's tomorrow. Tomorrow, the 8th of September. It's a joint cruise. It's always a nice cruise. All right? Buy up the tickets. Cecil, I hear your 5 tickets. I hope they buy it up for Cecil Cadet, my good partner. You could check Jimmy Bones, Monkrich, Philip Brothers Supermarket in Setes, NDC Party Office. About the Romana 2. Right? The boarding time, 8 p.m. Sorry, 7:30. So they're leaving at 8 p.m. DJ Danny, and you know DJ Danny could handle the vibes. All right, Danny Clark, my good partner. So support that cruise. Support that cruise. I'll be there. I'm going and enjoy myself. I go have a damn good time. I go wine, I go juke, I go down low and I go come up. All right? So buy a bit tickets and be there. It's always a very, very nice cruise. Right? The Honorable Dennis Cornwall and the Honorable Joseph Andal, they were on the cruise last year. I can remember vividly. They were there last year enjoying it all. So buy up the tickets. We will go on that cruise and we'll have a nice time. Tomorrow, the 8th of June. Good? Yeah. So, folks, I want to encourage you to remain focused. The NDC is on the right track. They're doing a really good job. A really, really good job. They will be attacked from time to time. But we have to support them. We have to defend them. We have to defend our beloved Prime Minister, defend our party, defend our country, defend the good things that are happening in this place and promote it on all platforms, every opportunity you get. Grenada is on the right track. You hear me? And defending the government and party and so on is not even hard because they're doing so many things, so many good things in the country. And we must be proud of that. Very, very proud of that. Let's continue to remain focused. The NNP will always attack. They will always oppose. They will always criticize. They will always tear down. They cannot build. They cannot innovate. They cannot create. They lack vision. They lack wisdom. They don't even have a plan for nothing. As I told a friend many years ago, I said, look, anytime Keith Mitchell and the NNP in opposition, they cannot do anything. Nothing at all. They're not creative. They're not innovative. They're stuck only complaining, grinding, and groaning, bawling, and screaming aloud like a spoiled brat. That's who they are. Cry, scream, bawl. You're spoiled brat like you. At the end of the day, Grenada is moving forward. Good things are happening for our country, and we all are proud of that. We are proud of our beloved Prime Minister, the most Honorable Deacon Mitchell, and the team. They're doing a fantastic job. You hear me? A great job. And I applaud it. Big up yourself, Andy Williams, the Honorable Andy Williams. Big up yourself, the Honorable Ron Redhead. Big up yourself, the Honorable Tevin Andrews. Big up yourself, the Honorable Lennox Andrews. Big up yourself, the Honorable Philip Tellisford. Big up yourself, the Honorable Delma Thomas. Big up yourself, the Honorable Gloria Thomas. Big up yourself, the Honorable Jonathan Lacrette. Big up yourself, the Honorable Kieran James. Big up yourself, the Honorable Queens Britton. Big up yourself, the Honorable Joseph Andel. Big up yourself, the Honorable Dennis Cornwall. Big up yourself, the Honorable Claudette Joseph. Big up yourself, the Honorable David Andrews. Big up yourself, the Honorable Adrian Persuader Thomas. Big up yourself, who I missed out. I missed out anybody? That. No, I ain't think so. St. Andrew. All right. Did I miss out anybody? No. All right. Tessa Sincere, I'm a good girl. Big up your whole self. All right. So at the end of the day, yeah, Tessa is a caretaker. All right. She's not in government. Okay. Nice. So that's it. Great. Yeah, I did. I mentioned everybody. Good. Everybody covered. Nice. So folks, I want to wish you all, man, the most honorable Deacon Mitchell. We're always bigging up that goodly gentleman here. I'll mention him. He's good. He's safe. All right. Yeah, I mentioned those already. The Honorable Lennox Andrews. Yes, I did that. All right. I did that. He is the Honorable Lennox Andrews. All right. So, folks, I want to wish you all the best. Take good care. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, a wonderful weekend. Tomorrow, St. Patrick Eastern Wednesday cruise. Please go support, buy tickets, and, be a part of that. All right. Nice. Take good care. Bye for now. We shall continue on Sunday, God's willing, from 1 on to 2.